Ireland's 2025 presidential election marks a pivotal moment as Michael D. Higgins' 14-year presidency concludes. This election is set against pressing domestic issues, particularly a severe housing crisis, and shifting international dynamics that have reshaped Ireland's global role. Understanding the constitutional context and election requirements is crucial for navigating this political transition. The Irish presidential election framework mandates a 7-year term, with a maximum of 2 terms. The president, as head of state, holds largely ceremonial powers but possesses significant discretionary authorities. Candidates must be over 35, supported by Oireachtas members or councils, or self-nominated if previously served. The election uses proportional representation single transferable vote, with campaign spending capped at €750,000. The Irish presidential election framework mandates a 7-year term, with a maximum of 2 terms per individual. The president, as head of state, holds largely ceremonial powers but with significant discretionary authorities. Candidates must be over 35, supported by Oireachtas members or councils, or be former presidents. The election uses proportional representation by means of the single transferable vote, with campaign spending capped at €750,000. The upcoming presidential race is shaping up to be highly significant, with candidates from diverse political backgrounds. Confirmed candidates include Catherine Connolly, while Heather Humphreys is a likely nominee for Fine Gael. Fianna Fáil and Sinn Féin are also expected to participate, indicating a broad and competitive field. Catherine Connolly, an independent Teachtar Darlar for Galway West and former Deputy Speaker, is the first confirmed candidate. Her platform emphasises Irish neutrality, housing rights, and international justice. Despite her strong stance on Irish unity, past support for Gemma O'Doherty and the 2018 Syria visit may pose challenges. Heather Humphreys, former Social Protection Minister and Fine Gael Deputy Leader, brings extensive government experience across 5 ministerial portfolios. Expected to be confirmed on September 2, 2025, she represents continuity with government policy. Her unique unionist heritage positions her as a unifying force to deepen North-South relationships. Fianna Fáil's internal contest features Jim Gavin, a former Dublin Gaelic Athletic Association manager with national acclaim, backed by Taoiseach Michael Martin and senior ministers. His opponent, Billy Kelleher, a Cork-based member of the European Parliament, offers political expertise but faces challenges against the leadership's favoured candidate. The secret ballot on September 9, 2025, will decide the nominee, with Gavin currently leading. Sinn Féin faces a strategic choice: field a candidate like Mary Lou MacDonald or back Catherine Connolly. MacDonald emphasises the presidency's role in preparing for Irish unity referendums. The party's 2018 campaign underperformed, sparking debate on strategy. Supporting Connolly might show unity, but MacDonald's candidacy could assert serious presidential intentions. Decision by September 20, 2025. The housing crisis starkly divides public opinion, with only 43% of homeowners supporting government parties, compared to 25% of non-homeowners. Approximately 40% of young adults remain in family homes due to housing shortages, with a national deficit of up to 256,000 homes. This dynamic may favour candidates advocating housing as a human right, challenging government-aligned candidates defending current policies. Military neutrality, though secondary, is pivotal in Catherine Connolly's campaign. Her advocacy for traditional neutrality contrasts with the government's European Union defence integration. This resonates with anti-establishment sentiments and historical identity, especially amid international tensions like the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Connolly's stance on Israeli actions in Gaza appeals to some voters but risks alienating others. President Higgins' tenure marked a shift towards a more interventionist presidency, challenging traditional neutrality. His outspoken criticism of government and international policies redefined public expectations. Candidates now face a choice: embrace Higgins' activist legacy or advocate for a return to ceremonial roles, reflecting broader debates on institutional authority in Irish democracy. Presidential election turnout has declined from 64.1% in 1990 to 43.9% in 2018, challenging candidates reliant on widespread voter mobilization. The 2025 open race might spark interest, yet political fatigue from recent elections could sustain low participation, favoring those with dedicated support bases. Demographic turnout variations reveal critical insights for campaign strategies. Urban centres often see higher participation than rural areas, influencing targeting. The housing crisis may drive increased youth turnout, challenging traditional models. Socioeconomic factors like income and education also correlate with voting likelihood, necessitating nuanced approaches to mobilize diverse voter bases effectively. In the proportional representation single transferable vote system, transfer patterns are crucial. Connolly may gain from progressive coalition transfers, while Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil candidates could exchange transfers due to coalition dynamics. Sinn Féin's choices impact left-wing flows, and independent candidates' transfers remain unpredictable, often deciding tight races. The 2025 election is pivotal for Ireland's role in European integration. Candidates' stances on European Union defence, fiscal policy, and sovereignty will shape long-term impacts. Ireland's strategic value as a neutral, English-speaking European Union member is at stake. The presidency's diplomatic role is crucial amid Brexit, transatlantic trade tensions, and security changes, influencing Ireland's multilateral influence. The 2025 election's significance is heightened by potential border poll preparations, emphasizing the symbolic role of presidential leadership in constitutional transformation. Effective community engagement, particularly with North-South relations and unionist outreach, is vital. Inclusive leadership is essential for maintaining democratic credibility, as the Irish presidency could influence the legitimacy of any unity process amid British control over referendum timing. Catherine Connolly's strengths lie in her progressive coalition support and housing advocacy, but her past associations and foreign policy positions may pose challenges. Heather Humphreys brings government experience and cross-community credentials, yet her link to housing crisis policies could be a vulnerability. Jim Gavin's national recognition contrasts with his limited political experience, while Billy Kelleher's European Union expertise is offset by limited name recognition. Mary Lou MacDonald, as an opposition leader, advocates for unity but may polarize due to party associations. The housing crisis reshapes electoral dynamics, favoring change-oriented candidates. The neutrality debate, though secondary, resonates with anti-establishment views. The presidential role faces tension between activist and ceremonial approaches, influenced by Higgins' legacy. The unity process holds constitutional weight for potential border poll referendums, while international relations focus on European Union integration and post-Brexit positioning. September 2, 2025, marks Fine Gael's expected confirmation of Heather Humphreys as their candidate. On September 9th, Fianna Fáil will decide between Jim Gavin and Billy Kelleher. Sinn Féin's strategy announcement is due by September 20th. These decisions will shape the electoral landscape, influencing long-term political positioning ahead of the late October presidential election. The 2025 election marks a pivotal moment in Ireland's political landscape, with a competitive multi-candidate race. The housing crisis reshapes voter priorities, favouring candidates advocating housing as a human right. This election will set precedents for presidential activism, impacting constitutional change, international relations, and domestic policy, crucial for Ireland's future trajectory.